Hi, it's Laura here from the Early Alliance, and today in our Big Cut Little Cut session I'm going to be making cornflake tarts. But before we do that, let's say hello to everybody. So can I see your wavy hands? Are we ready? Let's count in. 1, 2, 3. Hello all the boys, hello all the girls, hello everyone, it's good to see you here. Super job. So as always, I've washed my hands, made sure they're all clean, and I popped my apron on to protect my clothes. So to start off with, I've got my oven here on 180 degrees, so that's just warming up. So you need to ask mummies and daddies to do that because an oven is very, very hot and we don't want to burn our hands. So I might just have to move my camera for this one because I need to have 2 places. So at one point I might just move across slightly. So here I've got some pastry. I made this earlier, or you can buy it ready-made from the shop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it out, pop it into one of these. This is a loose bottomed tart case. So I've got 2 of these to pop it into, and then when they've rolled it out we have to pop it into the oven to cook for a little bit, and then while that's cooking we can make the middle of the topping. So I'm just going to roll my dough out. So you want to have a thin layer. So my mat keeps moving at the same time. So you roll our pastry, and we'll just turn it over. So it's not too thick, not too thin. And then what we need to do is, I've just got a little knife here, I'm just going to slice it in half. And then I'm going to place the bit that I've just cut off over into my, actually mine needs to be a little bit bigger actually, just because it won't quite fit. There we go. Let's pop that onto my, move it back so you can see, pop that into my pastry dish, and then I'm going to push it in so it goes all the way around the edges. So as you can see there's some extra at the side, so if you get your knife and just cut around the edges a little bit like this, then so make sure that bit's pushed in properly, or that bit wasn't pushed in properly. So you can have a little bit of excess around the top like that. So then when it's all pushed in, it'll look like that. I'm just going to roll the pastry out and do the other one, and then we're going to pop them in the oven, and that's what's called blind baking. So mummies and daddies might have some things called baking beads. I don't have any, so I just use some rice that's not cooked. So I'm just going to roll this one out. There we go. And do the same. Put over my pie dish. Tuck it in. And trim off any extra bits. Now when you're using your knife, be very careful because sometimes knives can be very, very sharp. So there's all my extra bits of pastry there. I might have enough to make another one later on. So just make sure that's all pushed into the edges, and then it's ready to go in the oven to blind bake. So blind bake, you need some greaseproof paper, and then you just need to fill the inside of your tart case with the uncooked rice, and then we pop it in the oven for 15 minutes. Where's the other one gone? And then we take it out, take the rice out, and then cook it again for another 10 to 15 minutes till it's golden brown. So I'm just going to pop these in the oven, so like, don't forget to get mummies and daddies to do this because ovens are very, very hot. They can be cooking. Wow. Do that. So I have pre-cooked some of one already, so here it is in the pie dish already, ready for when we make the topping. Put the topping on. So I'm just going to move you slightly now. So we're going to go over towards the hob. Stay up straight. There we go. Now, for the hob bit, we need to turn our hob on So I've turned mine on, so it's just been preheating it. We need a saucepan. And in our saucepan, we need to melt 60 grams of golden syrup. I'll pop that in there. So we're ready to watch that go in. Ooh, it's very runny. It's a bit like, golden syrup's a bit like honey, but it's sweeter. So we need to pour that in. It's very sticky as well. So if you're using your golden syrup, be careful because it's very, very sticky. There we are. And then let me grab my spoon because it's run away. Then we've got our butter. I'm going to pop that in. And then lastly, the light brown sugar. So we pop all those in together and then we melt them down. And then once they're melted, we need to add in cornflakes. But while that's melting, we can use our pies that are already cooked, and we need to spread some jam on the bottom. The other knife's disappeared. I'll use another spoon. So what we need to do is just oops. So I've got raspberry jam. You can use raspberry or strawberry jam. I like raspberry because raspberry's my favourite. So if we pop a little bit into there, and then we can spread it out across the bottom. So there is one with all the jam spread on. And I'll do the next one. Sometimes you can spread with a spoon, and sometimes you can use a knife to spread. So you don't have to use raspberry or strawberry. You could use blackcurrant, you could use apricot, you could use whatever flavour jam you like, really. It's just raspberry's my favourite, so that's why I'm using that one. So there we have those two ready. So this is starting to melt now. So once it's all melted, it smells delicious. It's getting there. Just turn the heat up just slightly. It melts that little bit faster. Taking its time to melt today. I should really use a wooden spoon because this metal one is making a bit of a loud noise. So there we go, we're all melted now. So now that it's melted, we need to add our cornflakes. So I'm going to take this off the heat, turn the heat off, just move it to the side, pour in the cornflakes, and then give these a mix. So are we ready to do our mixing song? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Mix, mix, mix it up. Mix it in the bowl. Stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. Now you've reached your bowl. So give your cornflakes a good stir into the mixture. And now we're going to place some of the mixture onto the top of our jam. So just get your spoon and spoon it onto the top. It smells delicious. So there we go. I'm beeping. So there's one. I'll just lift this one up and show you. There's one look. That looks yummy. Now I'm going to do the other one. And then we need to pop these back in the oven again for 5 more minutes. Just to crisp off your cornflakes. So cover that one up. So there we have 2 yummy cornflake tarts, and I've still got some cornflakes in there for the ones that are in the oven now. So here we go, there's 1. Ooh, dropped it. Be careful when you pick them up. 2. So I'm going to pop these into the oven now for 5 more minutes. And then they'll be nice and brown. So don't forget, adults only to go into the oven because ovens are very, very hot. Time to set these in there. There we go. And that is how we make a cornflake tart. So I'm just going to tidy all my mess up now and wash my pots while that last little bit cooks. So I'll be seeing you all soon. So let's say goodbye now. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, all the boys. Goodbye, all the girls. Goodbye, everyone. We hope to see you soon. Thanks for joining me today on our Big Cut Little Cut session, and I hope you enjoy making and eating your cornflake tarts. See you all again soon. Goodbye.